90-Day Fiancé, a guide to Jenny Slatten's family. Amid her ALS diagnosis, Jenny Slatten's life had always been filled with unexpected turns, emotional reunions, and difficult choices. Fans of 90-Day Fiancé first came to know her as a woman willing to cross oceans for love. But behind the cameras and emotional moments stood a family that quietly shaped every chapter of her story. When news surrounding her ALS diagnosis began spreading, attention quickly turned toward the people closest to her, the family members who had supported her through years of public scrutiny, personal sacrifices, and life-changing decisions. For Jenny, family had never been a simple word. It represented comfort during painful moments, honesty during difficult conversations, and strength when life seemed uncertain. Long before television audiences recognized her face, Jenny had already experienced decades of challenges as a mother trying to balance responsibility, independence, and happiness. Her daughters became the center of her world during the years she worked hard to provide stability while also searching for personal fulfillment. Her family dynamic changed significantly after she began her relationship with Sumit Singh. Their relationship surprised many people because of the large age difference and the cultural expectations surrounding marriage in India. Jenny understood from the beginning that her choices would create tension, not only within Sumit's family, but also among people close to her own life in America. Even so, she believed honesty mattered more than fear. Her daughters initially worried about her move overseas. They knew India was far from everything familiar to Jenny. The language, traditions, and daily lifestyle differences created concerns that any family would naturally feel. Still, they recognized something important in their mother's voice whenever she talked about Sumit. For the first time in many years, she sounded hopeful. One of the strongest supporters in Jenny's life was her daughter Christina. Throughout various emotional moments shown on television, Christina often appeared calm and protective. She wanted her mother to be safe, respected, and genuinely happy. Even when she questioned certain decisions, she rarely abandoned Jenny emotionally. That loyalty became one of the strongest foundations in Jenny's personal journey. Family conversations were not always easy. There were moments filled with frustration, tears, and uncertainty. Jenny's relatives sometimes struggled to understand why she continued fighting so hard for a relationship surrounded by obstacles. But over time, they began seeing how determined she was to build a future that belonged to her heart rather than the expectations of others. As the years passed, Jenny's relationship with Sumit survived criticism, distance, and repeated setbacks. The couple faced pressure from multiple directions. Sumit's parents strongly opposed the relationship for a long time, believing the age gap and cultural differences would bring difficulty and embarrassment. Jenny often felt emotionally exhausted trying to earn acceptance from people who viewed her as an outsider. Despite everything, her own family continued checking on her regularly. Video calls, messages, and emotional visits became important reminders that she was never completely alone. Whenever Jenny felt isolated in another country, hearing familiar voices helped her regain confidence. Then came the devastating health concerns linked to ALS. The news created shock among fans and emotional concern among those closest to her. ALS, known as a progressive neurological disease, changes not only the life of the individual diagnosed, but also deeply impacts family members who become caregivers, emotional supporters, and constant companions throughout the journey ahead. For Jenny's daughters, the situation became deeply personal, almost immediately. Their mother had spent years proving her emotional strength to the world, but now they faced the painful reality that even the strongest people sometimes need help. Family members reportedly began organizing ways to remain closer to her emotionally, despite the physical distance between countries. Jenny herself tried to remain positive during conversations with loved ones. Those who knew her best understood she disliked appearing weak in front of others. Even during stressful periods, she often attempted to smile through fear. Her family recognized that habit and responded with patience instead of pressure.